Hey guys, Psych here again, and I'm just here to make this little video for you guys. That's all. And it's just based on a comment, or should I say question, in this case. Excuse. So the first part of this question is, I heard that these dolls can just rip or tear even if they are just left laying in bed most of their life. Something about having to change their poses every couple days or something, or the silicone will tear. Is this true with the new platinum silicone? And of course, I just told him, well, it's not true if you care for it like you should. I haven't had a tear like that on my TPE or silicone dolls, so I don't know who's telling you that. You also don't have to change poses like that, but it is advised that you set it back to its natural position after use. I hope that this helps. Now, the natural position that I'm talking about is the position that the doll is in when it's first molded. It's kind of a loosely, standing position with the arms and legs. It's basically what that position is. And yeah, as far as if you're only keeping your love doll in bed and you're just leaving it there, I mean, you could probably do that for a long time, but you probably shouldn't keep it there forever. You gotta clean it and repowder it, and for the TPE, sometimes you have to put mineral oil on it every now and then. You gotta care for this stuff. You can't just let it sit forever. Even if you never touch it. Anyway. How old are your dolls, if you don't mind me asking? Thanks for the info. Well, and I told him, I had my TPE doll for over 4 years, almost 5. I possibly could have kept it for 6 or 7 if it hadn't contracted mold in the vaginal area, like it did. And my platinum silicone doll is over 2 years old now with no issues at all. Now, like I stated on, the video here, these love dolls, they don't just tear, they don't just break. Now, in some cases, you would almost have to try to tear into the material or try to break it lots of times. I remember the one time when my TPE doll actually fell off the bed one time. In fact, it actually did it twice at one point, and it barely hurt the material at all. The second time it fell off, it caused like an indent damage to it, but that was because it fell onto a sharp object on the floor. And I had to kind of glue that back together, but it was just fine. I mean, if it was like a really tall height, like at the top of my roof down to the concrete, I mean, yeah, it'd probably damage it. But like, I'm just saying, you would have to basically try to damage the material. There's also the time when I had to dismantle my TPE doll, and when I first tried cutting into it, it barely even left a mark. Because the first one I tried laying down, it didn't even leave a mark at all. I was like, holy shit. I just tried lightly cutting it, and it didn't even leave a mark. And then when I tried, kind of forcing it down like this a bit more and started digging into it, yeah, it started to kind of give, and from the blade, as I started digging into the material. But like I said, you have to try to like damage this stuff. You have to put some force into it to actually damage it and give it tears. Not that that never happens, of course, because shit happens. But this stuff doesn't. It's a good material. Both silicone and TPE, they're both good materials. I mean, I even think with like a knockoff love doll that's made out of TPE, even that won't just tear. At least not lots of times. Even if it is kind of a shittier, less reliable thing to have, even with knockoff love doll made out of TPE, even that won't always just tear like that. So, even if you're getting a cheaper knockoff, love doll, you're probably okay, at least. Although I would probably recommend that you get the real thing rather than just getting a knockoff, because it is more expensive for a reason. It is much more reliable to just get the real thing rather than just getting a knockoff. That being said, I'll just end this video, and I hope that clears that up because I've been getting this question a lot lately. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.